Hey, what's good? I'm doing a B.E.S deck file. So this is pre-Rising Rampage. Because this card comes out on Rising Rampage, so that's why I'm saying it's pre-Rising Rampage. Because I don't have this card yet, but I will be getting it when that set comes out. So, and I'll be close to a month away. It comes out July 26th. So, but yeah. So this card is really amazing. So if your opponent controls more monsters than what you do, you can trust Sun's short term in hand. And you only trust Sun uh, this monster once per turn this way. So it's basically like Penguin Traps, where it basically does the same thing. So yeah, it's really quite good, and it really helps open up your hand a lot more. So yeah, it's really quite good. And then if this card is normal threshold, you can place 3 counters on it, and then while it has counters, it cannot be destroyed by battle. So they all have that effect where it gets counters on depending on how it's summoned, and then they all cannot be destroyed by battle while they have counters on them. So yeah. And then 3 MK3. His additional effect is that you can banish them from your grave to shuffle all B.E.S monsters back into your deck, which is really quite amazing. So yeah, that's really quite good. And then 3 MK2. Basically, when it's threshold, then it gets 3 counters, and that's pretty much all that really does. So yeah. And then Tetrian, you can remove 1 counter to destroy a Sprout Trap, which can actually really help out a lot. I know it's just like 1 counter, but still that can really help out a lot depending on what your opponent has. So yeah. And that's pretty much it for the lineup for monsters. I know it's kind of silly to run just 12 monsters, but throughout my testing of this build, 12 monsters is basically all that you really need. So yeah. And then that's pretty much it for the monsters. Now for the spells. 3 card demise. Now a lot of you guys are gonna be hating this. Because I run demise over desires. With desires, I found that if you banish your field spell, like 1 or 2 copies of it, then you're just relying on one to get you to, help protect you, and that's not enough for the deck. You need all 3 to actually fully be able to, win. So that's why I took out desires, and I'm not running it in any of my other decks. And that's why I went with card demise. Now, I know it hinders B.E.S because they do special quite a bit, but if you, let's say it's your first turn and you go Zelos into Boss Rush and then you special, and then you set a couple exposure traps or a couple traps and pass, or attack and then pass. So, next turn, if you don't have anything that you need to do besides this battle phase, then you attack, make this 2 card demise, and then you can get more spells and traps or more stuff to help you out, and then pass. So it's more of an alternative draw engine. And if you dead draw a couple spaceships, then no big deal. Is you can just shuffle them back in with MK3. So yeah, it's not that big a deal if you discard a couple ships. So, but yeah, that's my reason behind switching from desires to cardinalized. So yeah. So you just have to time it perfectly so that way you're not interfering with your boss rush as well, which that can really hurt too if you interfere with this. So it's more about perfectly timing it so that way you're, like I said, you're not interfering with anything. So yeah. And terraforming, just really quite good. Just get your field spell to your hand as quickly as possible. So yeah. Once you're born, I mean that's just obvious. Bring back a ship, and then get 3 counters. So yeah. And then limit control. I mean, they're all machines, so it helps OTK a lot more faster. So yeah. 3 Call by the Grave. Now a lot of people are gonna be thinking that this is silly because this is more using the combo deck. This isn't combo deck, but the Ash Blossom or Ogre or whatever hand trap that they hit you with, mainly the Ash or Ogre, does really hurt this deck a lot. So Call by the Grave is really crucial for this deck. So yeah. Boss Rush, just during end phase you can special a B.E.S or Big Corker deck. So yeah. So it's really good if you have 3, then you can bring out 3, Bill beat sticks and just like hi. So it's really good. And then B.E.S Zalos. Now you add Boss Rush for deck your hand when it's activated, which is really quite good. And then all B.E.S monsters you can control gain fire, attack, and defense, which is also really quite good. And then your opponent cannot target them with card effects, and they cannot be destroyed by card effect. So that means like Baylor, Impermanence, Trenchel, stuff like that, Raigeki, Dark Hole, all of that, they're unaffected. Well, then even Ogre, they can't even Ogre it. So, well, they can, but it just won't die. So, but the thing that you want to do if your opponent has a hand trap is you want to go chain 1 Zalos, chain 2 the monster, because in that way that's the first thing to resolve, and then that way your field spell's not getting hit. So that's just another thing to make sure that you do. So yeah. And then permanence, if you don't have this, you can just switch out for like a 1-day piece or something else. I would not play Desires in this deck. I've tried it and it just hurts too much. Like I was explaining with the card demise, so yeah. Or when I was explaining the card demise, why I run that over demise or Desires. So, but yeah, impermanence you can switch out for like 1-day piece or whatever you want to. So, but yeah, Metaverse just another way of gaining to your field spell, other than terraforming. So yeah, Crackdown. Why was this card even made? This card's like too good. So yeah. So you target one face-up monster and then you take control of that monster and then it can attack or activate its effect, which it's a downfall, but being able to take your punch monster and then tech for big damage with your ships is really dumb. So yeah. Skill Drain, just really good in this deck. I mean, yes, you do lose the counters, but your ships aren't being destroyed by their card effect, so it's really good in this deck. And then Dark Bribe. This is just to help protect your field spell or your back row from Twin Twister or anything else that would get rid of it. So yeah. So that's pretty much it for the B.E.S deck file. Name Reflection. The next deck after the B.E.S duels will be Archfiends, so make sure I stay tuned for that as well. Plus, with this deck, the Archfiend deck, having 6 Snatch Steals in this deck is really dumb as well, so Crackdown plus Flying Down, yeah, that's really stupid, so. But I will explain that when I get there, so, but yeah. So thank you for watching. Stay tuned for the B.E.S duels, which will be coming out tomorrow. So stay tuned for those. Thank you for watching, and yeah, I'll catch you all in tomorrow's video. Alright, bye guys.